She's driven him wild and he's driven her nuts. And now we're going to drive one of them out. Welcome back to the 8th eviction of 2009. They've had one of the weirdest relationships in Big Brother history, and tonight that weirdness is sadly about to come to an end. Marcus or Noreen, the results are in. I'm now going to talk to the house. Big Brother house, this is Davina. You're live on Channel 4. Please do not swear. Marcus and Noreen. The lines are closed, the votes have been counted and verified, and I can now reveal that the 8th person to be evicted from the Big Brother house is...
Good luck, you two. Good luck, Amina.
Noreen. Noreen, it's now time for you to say goodbyes. I'm coming to get you!
Oh, it's gone.
Bye.
Yeah, no, you need to.
Oh, you're going with her?
I will.
I can't go with her, can I?
Just fucking do it.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Noreen, you have been evicted. Please leave the Big Brother house. Noreen, you have been evicted. Please leave the Big Brother house. Noreen, you have been evicted. Please leave the Big Brother house. For her to have a look at around here. Okay, look up your sons. The Big Brother Temptress is out. We're going to be talking to her about her legion of admirers after the break. Welcome back to Big Brother, and please welcome Noreen. And Uber BB fan Joe Wiley, and body language expert and Uber BB fan Judy James. Now, Noreen, that was a pretty hostile reaction from the crowd when you came down.
Yeah.
What were you expecting?
I was expecting boos anyway from all the drama that's been happening over the last 2 weeks, so I just kind of expected it.
And you thought you might...
Well, I knew I was going to be booed anyway, and it's part of this panto anyway, so I don't really care, to be honest with you.
Now, what about Isaac? Because you've left him in there.
Yeah.
Is he going to stay?
No, he's not going to stay.
And you're absolutely sure of that?
Absolutely sure of that. He made a decision today that he wasn't going to stay. He doesn't...
But he's still in there.
He
When's
swore
he
he'd
gonna
never
go?
do a reality TV show to me, like, before I came in here. He's like, I'm never doing any one of those things again. So, and the only reason he came here was to be with me and to get me away from Sirvash.
Now, how would you feel
And
if
stop
he
me
did?
from being crazy.
How would you feel if he did stay?
Well, if he wants to stay, he wants to stay because he thinks he might win.
He came to get you away from Sirvash. That's quite gallant. Now, listen, are you a fan of Noreen?
I was a massive fan of Noreen right up until, you know, this week. It all kind of, everything changed. So when everything was going on with Sri in the beginning, felt really sorry for you. It was just the most uncomfortable thing to watch. Then Marcus, even more uncomfortable, and just, I would have hated to have been in that situation. And then you got with Sirvash and everyone was just like, oh, this is like the sweetest, nicest thing, because you both genuinely seemed to really like each other, which was great. And then the moment that you went into, I think you went into the toilet with Sophie.
Yes, I said that.
And you just said that thing about Tom, and we were just like,
Tom!
"Ooh."
We were going, what do you mean you fancy Tom more? But you
were
just
with
snobbed
Sirvash.
Sirvash.
It was just like so shocking.
a shocker.
And that was kind of when you signed your death warrant, in a way. That was when everyone just went, oh my God, what's going on? And I can't work out what's going on, what's been going on in your
For
head.
me, it was
and,
a little bit before.
Was
like,
it?
I did feel for you with Marcus and Sri, but I did feel that even though she did say, she did sort of give them funny...
Mixed
mixed
signals and mixed messages. I guess.
Judy, you can shed some light on this. Judy's a psychologist, she can help us out. What kind of role did you think Noreen played in the house?
Fascinating, because you were what's called a low-status catalyst, and by that I mean that in terms of the leadership hierarchy in the house, you'd have been really nearly down the bottom. But in terms of actual power, you were like a stealth bomber. I mean, you had the power to build people up, to destroy them. You changed the dynamics, the leadership of the house, and it was all sexual power, which was really interesting. I mean, for instance, with Sri and Marcus, you began by raising them up, by flirting with them. Then you kind of crushed them by stopping flirting with them. Then you had Sirvash, who you actually destroyed by flirting with him. He lost his cool card, didn't he, the minute you started flirting. And then, absolutely ironically, by flirting with Isaac, you've now created Marcus as house god. I mean, he's catapulted now, he's top of the house.
That is a massive achievement.
Yeah,
to
it's
turn
really
everyone
big.
against Marcus, believe me, is quite an achievement.
And that's sexual power for you. I mean, we've sprayed everybody here with bromide, you know, to make sure it's not catching.
Listen, I think you're aware of your sexual power because we saw this when you were auditioning for Big Brother. Let's have a look.
Men usually fall in love with me. It's just what happens. In work, I can just stand there and they just run around me, doing things for me, asking me, do I want things done? It's great.
She's self-aware.
Yeah.
She's self-aware, but this is obviously something that happens to you, right?
Yeah.
Often. Now, do you accept responsibility for that?
Sometimes yes and sometimes no, because sometimes like if I need something done or something like that, I might use it to my advantage. But then sometimes it just happens, and
so you admit that you'd use it to your advantage. Like if somebody was nice to you, and then you thought, oh, they fancy me, I might just try and.
Sometimes I'm not aware of what I'm doing. Sometimes because I'm just a flirty person, so it's hard sometimes to know whether you're just being flirty or whether you're doing that on purpose. I'm not too sure, to be honest with you.
I mean, you did. Your prediction was true. I mean, never in the history of Big Brother has one housemate been the focus of so much attention within the house. Just have a quick look at this.
Okay. I always end up falling in love for people that you wouldn't expect I'd fall in love with.
I've got some feelings in my heart. I fancy Noreen. Liking someone and someone like you back, it's good.
I like it.
I love her so much. Honest to God, I'm in love with you.
Really?
It's easy for guys to fall under a spell.
I will take you to heaven and back.
Noreen,
Yes.
gonna come on a date?
A lot of the things in this house do revolve around her, just because how she is and how sexy she is and how people just want to be with her. I was having a good old grope under the covers, and she was like, and I was just like, yeah, I could totally get you going if I wanted to.
I think Noreen is a very pretty girl. She's very sweet, with a very sexy Irish accent.
Noreen is important enough to me and really like her, and I've gone past the point of return.
Just doesn't seem genuine to me, to be honest.
Hey, baby.
That's my ex-boyfriend.
Daddy's back, and that's it.
She's just a proper little hussy.
She did it with Cherie, and then she did it with Marcus, and then she did it to Tom, and then she's just done it to Siavash.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Now, very importantly, Marcus, under the duvet covers, did he have a grope?
No, we didn't have a grope. He was talking to me about stuff, but I couldn't really breathe under the duvet covers because...
But if you didn't fancy him, what are you doing under the duvet covers?
He wanted to talk to me and not anything else.
Yeah, but I'd just be like, what do you mean under the duvet covers? I don't
know.
Duvet covers with my mates.
To Marcus all the time, and sort of just, it felt like you kind of walk away from him, and that'd be fine, it'd be history. But then you
I
kept
didn't
going
really
back.
like many people in the house, and I got on well with Marcus. Marcus, like, because I'm not very socially aware about what's going on, really. So he was really good at that and really good at analysing people. So it was just.
But you must have known he fancied you.
Yeah, he told me like all the time. So
So
and
it
I
just
told
made
him
him
no.
on. It just made him kind of be more psychotic all the time.
Because any cuddles or any hugs that you'd give would be a sign to him. It was very difficult, I think. Anyway, listen, Marcus, right, so it was a good friendship and that was all it was?
Yeah.
OK, so, Noreen, do you think you were leading him on in any way?
Marcus, no. Definitely not.
No?
Marcus, no.
OK,
Definitely not.
listen,
100%.
you and Siavash, did you think you were leading him on in any way? Because we did. And how do you feel about that?
Well, I did fancy him, and I really, really liked him and stuff like that. Because remember, I'm 25 years of age, I'm single, I'm free, I came in the house single and free. Obviously still in love with my ex-boyfriend because I didn't stop going on about him. But when I realised I didn't really fancy Siavash that much, when I just realised I think I was just affection deprived in that house, so...
But he sacrificed a lot for you. I mean, he did have a girlfriend, and she was still his girlfriend. When he was in the house. And
well, it's funny saying that though, because one minute he had a girlfriend, next minute he didn't have a girlfriend, next minute he had a girlfriend, next minute he didn't have a girlfriend.
He was completely in love with you, that's why. So he just wanted to make you feel better, so you definitely snog him, which you duly did.
Why did you not, when Isaac went in, why did you not go over to Siavash?
Immediately.
Immediately, just go, look, this is really awful and I'm really sorry. You left him for like the whole evening, the whole time.
Everyone kept saying to me to leave him. Everyone said to me, I said, I'm going to talk to Siavash. And they were like, no, don't talk to him. Marcus was like, leave him alone. He just wants to be by himself.
You must have known, but you had a bond between the two of you. It was like watching someone's heart breaking last night. It's like the whole programme, it was...
I fear he might never get it back together again. You know, he's like a broken man.
He's a broken man at the moment.
He's
he really
duvet
is.
diving and everything. Judy, listen, why do you think... No, that's what they do when you're broken, you duvet dive. What makes Noreen... I mean, I'm in danger of going over to the dark side. She's very attractive. I'm leaning over here and everything. Pull me back! Pull me back! Help me, Joe! Help me! No, seriously, what makes Noreen so deliciously attractive to all the guys? What...
I mean, obviously,
she got, but I haven't.
Obviously, you're a beautiful woman, but it's down to what was called the attribution effect, which is that when you meet people for the first time, often people will pull out one particular quality and believe that that's what the whole person was like. And I think they got you wrong, in actual fact, quite early on. One of the reasons was do you remember when you ran up and volunteered to have your eyebrows shaved off, and then you wore these goggles and a moustache? Now that immediately took you away from the unattainable female slot because you were walking around with that stuff on your face. Yeah. And I think people thought you were very sweet. They felt quite sorry for you.
And humble. She was humble
very humble,
then.
and that meant that you picked up all the waifs and strays, people that were clearly boxing above their weight, thought they had a chance with you. And, you know, in a way, even when the information was to the contrary, they wouldn't believe that. They still thought you were the kind of woman that they wanted to have their babies and things like that. You know, very sweet, very kind, and it was just the wrong impression, really, I think.
So as far as Marcus and Siavash is concerned, is there anything about her behaviour towards them that you found significant?
Yes, it was just hugely incongruent. I mean, you were very good verbally, you were very assertive. I mean, I used to listen to you, telling them that you weren't interested and think, yes, that's great, but words only count for about 7% of a perceived impact of a message. And the other 55% with the body language, you're doing this really strong flirting.
Give me 5.
It was completely...
Yes. Sorry.
I do with everyone, girls, like boys. It's not like
yes, look what happened to Angel.
Believe us, you were, it was.
It's confusing. She's saying one thing and saying the other with the body.
I couldn't understand it. I was watching the set, not knowing what you were meaning. So God knows how those guys were getting on in there.
Let's have a look at Marcus.
Do we have to?
No,
So look here. Here's a typical example.
And this was amazing because your conversation was that you didn't want to give him any cuddles, but while you were doing it, you were undoing your bra and allowing him to drool over your back for what seemed like an hour or so.
It's boring in there. It's something to do, so that's why I
But
let
you
people-
know that he fancies you. If you're bored,
let
go
the
and do
people
it with
draw
someone
me.
that doesn't fancy you.
He was my friend.
She
He
does.
was
She
my
knows.
friend.
She knows. OK, let's have a quick look at Noreen and Siavash in action.
Oh, God.
No more talking. No more that. Let's get up.
A kiss. This is nice and acceptable.
Yes. Before it gets too frisky.
You don't kiss enough in this
We're
house.
friends. Oh my God, friends don't kiss all the time.
I mean, if that was a foreign film you were watching, you'd think you got the wrong subtitles, wouldn't you? Because it's like all this sex going on under the duvet, and then the dialogue is, "Oh, we're just friends."
You know, kissing.
You keep saying friends and cuddles, and that's kind of naive because it's so misleading. You can't be friends and have cuddles and not lead the guys on.
And the whole friends with benefits. I've never had that. I've really missed out in life with the snogging your friend thing. Listen, Noreen, what do you think? Mixed messages. Can you see that maybe?
Yeah, maybe with Siavash, yeah. Well, definitely with Siavash, yeah.
Yeah?
Not with anyone else. I thought I was just being friendly. That was it.
OK, look, let's just talk about happier times. What's been your highlight?
Isaac coming into the house.
And you seriously think he's going to look? He looks quite happily ensconced there. How do you feel if he doesn't leave tonight?
He is going to leave.
And who do you want to win? Who are you
Charlie.
liking in there?
Charlie's the one to win. He's
Is
got
that
a good
because
cause.
he came over to you and...
No, because he's got a good cause. I've always said the whole time I want Charlie to win, so...
How long were you not going out with Isaac for? Sorry.
Yes, exactly, because you said
I'm
3 years.
confused about this, yeah.
Is it 3 years?
Yeah.
It's not as long as that,
It's not like we weren't going out the whole time for 3 years. We broke up for a few months here and there, so it's been 3 years since I met him.
And he finished it, and it was all kind of all over.
Yeah, it was
And
finished.
he's saying that he's coming
And
to
why
get you
did
back.
he finish
not-
it?
Because it was just real awkward because he lived over there, I lived over here. He didn't have a job. I didn't want to give him my job to go over there, not knowing whether I was going to get a job over there, and so it was just real complicated. And he just wasn't ready to settle down, basically.
And now he is?
We'll find out, I guess.
And OK, so just tell me one thing. Are there any other budding relationships in there? Because B is ready to take on anyone.
B
she
is
even
the
said
new
she
Noreen.
quite fancied. She is. She's the new Noreen.
She's the
she
new
even
Noreen.
quite fancied Isaac. So let's hope he gets his shifty.
Oh, he won't
butt
go
out
near
of
that,
there.
believe me.
So who do you think? Because I thought for a moment B and half-wits, but...
B is using Halford to ride it all the way to the end, and B is going to get her claws into anyone she thinks that can keep her to the end. If you think I'm dangerous, believe me, I was intimidated by her. She's one to watch.
No, she's lethal. You
She
can
is
see
lethal
that.
because she has verbally and mentally. I'm not so very good socially aware. Obviously, I use my sexual attraction to get certain things, but with her, she can
Well, you can't
manipulate
argue
any
with that.
situation.
She knows.
She can manipulate any situation and get what she wants.
She's
very
quite
smart and
clever
witty
at
as
that.
well. She's very smart and witty, so watch out for that.
Listen, Noreen, it doesn't matter what anybody thinks of you, love you or hate you, you have been a massive, compelling housemate. Amazing. Here
made
are
Big
your
Brother.
best bits.
Thank you.
It's Noreen!
It worked really hard to get here. I'm actually really enjoying it. I love it.
Noreen, you may now remove your glasses and moustache.
Noreen, she's the one to watch here. She's a very little party animal, I can see that.
I really, really like Noreen. She is absolutely lovely.
1, 2, 3, 4.
I think I've just been locked away for too long. Maybe I just need some attention.
I want to hug Noreen.
No, I don't.
I do not fancy you.
You weren't even there! You said you weren't even fucking there!
I just feel like I don't know who I am. I'm alone in this house.
It's official, everyone hates me in the house.
I've found out so much more about myself, and I've definitely learned so much from being here. It's just an experience you'll never be able to ever feel again. So I'm so grateful and I'm so thankful that I've been able to do it, and I haven't gone crazy.
With me over on E4 straight after this. Catch the main show tomorrow night at 9 on Channel 4. Good night.
Cutting the skate.